guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to cringe just that little bit and talk about all the books that I own that I'm ashamed that I have not read yet. So we're going to start this one off with a little bit of a bang and just slowly make my way through the list. These are all books that I've owned and that I've owned for at least like 4 or 5 months, besides this first duology, but I'm still ashamed that I haven't read it yet and I've only just bought it. So I thought we'd just get right on into it. The first series that I'm ashamed that I haven't read yet is the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I've heard about this book series for like a year and a half and I still haven't read it, but I own it. How great am I? Following on with the Grisha duology is now the Grisha trilogy. So that is Shadow and Bone, yep. Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. I haven't read any of these yet. I own them and actually got my bookstore to source me these two, so I had them all in the same copies. I can't believe I haven't read it yet and I own it. I own all of it. I may as well just finish off the Leigh Bardugo books that I'm ashamed that I haven't read. The last one's Wonder Woman Lawbringer. I've read the Batman one. I own this one. I own the Catwoman one. I love DC and Marvel, so I'm a big nerd. So having DC icons in book form, I can't wait to read. And this came out when the Wonder Woman movie came out and I loved that movie so much. I need to rewatch that movie because it was amazing, but I haven't read the book yet. I haven't read the book yet. Why haven't I read the book yet? Another book I'm ashamed that I haven't read is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. A lot of these I think are fantasy actually. I'm just looking at the pile and I think a lot of them are fantasy, and it takes a lot out of you reading fantasy. You've got to learn a whole new world, and yeah, but I need to read this book. It did take me a while to pick it up eventually. I only bought it in October, I think. Maybe September. I've had it only for a couple months, but it doesn't explain why I haven't gotten into it yet. Another book that I'm ashamed of is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I've only read a little bit of Daughter of the Burning City, so I'm ashamed of that one too, but Ace of Shades just seems even more up my alley and I haven't read it yet. I want to. I've been wanting to read this book since I heard about it. I think it's something that needs to be in literature, and especially this time, around this time of, not just around this time of year, but around this sort of period of time that we're all living in. I think this is a great book that's out, and that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, really inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. I really want to see the film. I don't know if it's going to be in cinemas in Australia. I haven't heard anything about it being here. I think it's a bit more prevalent in the States, but I really want to read this. I've got no reason why I haven't read it yet, just that I've been reading other things. The next 2 books are by 2 different authors, but they're both circus themed, and I have been wanting to read both of these for a while now, and I was excited when I picked them up and sort of searched these bookstores for them, and I haven't read them yet because I'm a great person. Oh, why do I do this to myself? But that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern and Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Now, I actually have read from this author before. I own 2 of this author's books, but I've read 5 or 6? 6. I read 6. I think it's 6. Yes, it's 6. I'm just trying to think of how many books are in the series, but it is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I've read the entire Lunar Chronicles by her. And I own Heartless and Renegades, and I haven't read Renegades yet. And I know Emma from Emma Books raves about Renegades, and I need to go pick up Arch Enemies so I can just read the 2 of them together. But I haven't read it yet, and yeah, I'm just really into sort of assassins and sort of vengeance and power and all things like that. I'm so ashamed of this one because I love the Vampire Academy series so much, but I haven't read Bloodlines. I only own Bloodlines. I don't own the rest of the series because I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy this spin-off. So I only picked up the first one, but I'm so ashamed that I haven't even started it yet because I want to learn more about Sydney, and there's Adrian, and learn more about Jill, because you don't get too much about her in the Vampire Academy series. But yeah, this book is like booktube OG almost to me. Like, this was around when I started really getting into booktube years ago, and that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rail. One of my old friends, I saw on her Instagram years ago that she was reading it, and I thought, oh, that's different, that's interesting, and never bought it until this year. But being now like a university student, I feel like I can relate to it a little bit more. Not so much the anxiety side of it or anything. Luckily, I'm very thankful for that. Don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful for that, but definitely the university side of it I would probably find a lot of relation to. The next two are authors, but I'm only holding one of the books up because I do own a couple more. But yeah, so the first one is Anything and Everything Victoria / V.E. Schwab. This is the Darker Shade of Magic series author. This is vicious and vengeful, and a dark duet, I think, is it? And this Savage Song, is that the duology she's done? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Please correct me if I'm wrong on what it's actually, the original one's called. And The Archived, I think, is another one of hers, but definitely want to read this one with the, I think it's 4 different Londons and just fantasy galore. And the final author / books that I'm going to talk about is Anything and Everything Laini Taylor. So that's the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy and the Strange the Dreamer duology. They're the two that I've got some / all of. I just don't have the third one in this. Or A Language of Cake and Puppets, or no, it's A Language of Thorns for the Grisha. And then A Night of Cake and Puppets or something is another one by Laini. Cake and Puppets I know is in the title. But definitely want to read this. It just seems very different, like labyrinthy, and yeah. So yeah, that was my list of books / authors that I'm ashamed that I haven't read and I own. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your comments and thoughts on what I haven't read down below, and let me know what you are ashamed you haven't read. But really, we shouldn't be ashamed. We are supporting these authors whether we have read the books or not. We all have the intention of wanting to read them eventually, so we will get to them in our own time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to follow along my reading and writing journeys, all that information will be down below, as well as the Goodreads pages for all of these books will be down below as well. I hope you guys have a really great day and night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!